On January 28th, 2011, this is Polling You number 33, Part 2. Welcome back, everyone. This is Michael here from BridgeHands, and we're going to once again today do one of these What's Wrong With Waldo hands. You know, that's where there's several things that go wrong. Well, we're going to try this no less than 5 times. Count them, 5 times. So, let's go ahead and begin. Scenario number 1. South is the dealer. Well, with 2 aces in the minor suits, that's 8 in hearts, a king-queen tight, that means doubleton. 5 points, I would discount by 1 whenever I have king-queen tight or queen-jack tight. So 8 and 4 sounds about where I'd play it for 12. Queen of spades makes 14, and not a great 6-card suit, but secondary honors, got some pushers there. So I think we'll go ahead and just open it, 1 spade. And West, how about your hand? Well, you don't have any aces, but you've got some nice sequence suits. In diamonds, king running all the way through the 8, a nice 5-card suit. There's 5, 6 points. And in clubs, king, queen, jack tight yourself. So 7 and 6 is 13, 1 distribution point for the extra diamond, and jack, I wouldn't give it anything since righty has already bid that suit. So I think we'll overcall 2 diamonds. So 1 spade, 2 diamonds, up to you, North. Well, you've got 4 hearts, ace, jack, 4th, king of spades and partner suit. That gives us 8 points. You remember our bid? Right, the negative double. We do not have 5 hearts, we do not have 10 points, but we can go ahead and show we have 4 or more hearts by doing a double. Okay, over to East. Does a pass? We'll talk about that more later. South. We're going to go ahead and rebid spade. We don't have a problem. If we had a 5-card suit, it would be a little bit more difficult, wouldn't it? But with 6, not a problem. We rebid 2 spades. A pass by West. Partner North. What do you want to bid here? Well, since partner South has shown ostensibly 6 spades, and we do have king doubleton, we can take a preference, and with 2 primary honors, the ace of hearts and the king of spades, and possibly a jack working, I'd say yes, let's go ahead and bid that suit. We also like the fact that we do have a diamond doubleton, although we don't have a lot of roughing power with just a king doubleton in spades. So I think we'll invite with 3 spades. Pass by East. Do you want to accept South? Well, it's a little close. We're not sure about our king-queen tight of hearts, but we know our partner has 4 of them now at this point. So I think, yeah, we do want to accept. Look at losing trick count. 1 in diamonds, 2 in clubs makes 3. Not so sure in hearts. Another couple here, but it looks like it's worth a chance at game, so let's go 4 spades. Okay, plain and 4 spades. East, what do you want to lead? Well, not much doubt about that. The king of diamond comes out. A low, we'll talk about that later. And a ace of diamonds wins it. Now, normally we would make a big plan, but remember, this is What's Wrong With Waldo, so we're going to just start playing some cards. A queen of diamonds comes out. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to come back and talk about that, that's for sure. Won by the ace. Okay, East, what is your play? Looks like East is decided on a diamond, even though there's only a doubleton in the dummy. Won by the 8, bottom of sequence. Okay. Comes out this time with a king of clubs from king, queen, jack. Reasonable card to play. Won by the ace of clubs. The king of hearts is played by South. Oh, I see. We're going to do some pitching here, aren't we? And then the queen of hearts is played. Okay. Can we get to the suit? Yes, since the ace has been played. The 2 goes up to the king. We play the ace of hearts, not worrying about that last trump that's out. We pitch a club, good. We play another heart, could easily be roughed here, but because it was 4-4 in both North and East, it worked this time. Playing a club back to the spade, and everything's good at this point. So we actually made 11 tricks. Well, that wasn't the best of play. Let's go ahead and take a look at that again. First off, the king of diamonds was fine, but go back to the auction. East, why didn't you bid when there was a 2-diamond bid over here? Yes, I know you don't have a lot of points, but you normally like to use the law of total tricks. Your partner has shown 5, you have 4, you have a 9-card suit. You want to bid to the number of the level of your combined cards. If you have 9, that's the 3 level, right? A book is 6 and 3 more. So you would actually want to go up to 3. You had a chance to compete, to make the auction awkward. You didn't do that. And then why are you playing the 3 here? Why aren't you showing some kind of card to show what your count is? This looks like an odd number when you're playing a 3. Wouldn't you want to play the 6 or the 10 perhaps? Okay, next. The queen was led. Bad lead of the queen. It might be that there's a singleton ace of spades over here, and you're dead at that point in time. When you have a split king-queen, you don't start off with the top. You start off with the bottom. Okay. Comes back with another diamond. East, did you consider maybe playing your 9 of clubs, the top of a sequence? You wanted to go ahead and see if you can get to partner. Instead, you're maybe giving them a chance for a ruff. So, no, you don't want to come back with a diamond. That's not what we want. At that point, it was the king of clubs to the ace. Good try, a little late at this point. The king of hearts, and because the ace has been played, ace of spades that is their history. So now we made 4. They made 5 with the scenario. Not what we want to see happen. Let's try it again. Okay, this is kind of like Groundhog Day. Here's round number 2. And for those of you not in the know, Groundhog Day was a movie where Eddie Murray, the star in the show, had to keep reliving the same day over and over again until he got it right. Let's see if we can do better this time. Okay, once again we're in 4 spades. The lead is the king of diamonds. Well, East, you're doing a little better. You played the 4 rather than 3, but is that the best you can afford? Well, we'll talk about that. Okay, won by the ace. Leads with the king of hearts. We'll get into a better lead later on, but at least we can see that what we're trying to do is get a pitch. We'll see how that happens soon. Then the queen of hearts, overtaken by the ace, so they can go ahead and play the jack of hearts and get a pitch. Pitching a diamond, so we're able to get rid of a loser that way. At this point, we play a club to the ace, a spade up to the king, better than playing the queen. That's good. Okay. Comes back with a heart. And what happened here? This was the 13th heart. And so we played the 7. We either had to go up or not. And this was the uppercut situation, wasn't it? We got an uppercut by West. Good lead East. I like that. At this point, the lead is going to be a club. 1. Another club. And no reason to rough it. We just go ahead and pitch. They follow. And we're set by 1 trick by north-south. Something happened there. This time it didn't work so well. Good defense. Not the perfect play. Okay, let's try again. Once again, the lead is the king of diamonds. And this time, East. You played a 6 of diamonds. That's a little bit better. At least you're giving some indication to your partner. And if you did bid to 3 diamonds, even better, then your partner knows you have a 4-card suit. Okay, won by the ace. A king of hearts is led. Then with the queen of hearts overtaken by the ace. Once we play the jack of hearts, everybody knows that it was just a doubleton by south, correct? Okay, the jack of hearts in a pitch. Could have pitched a club, pitched a diamond instead. At this time won the ace. Well, you didn't play a trump, did you? You're playing a trump now. Returned a club rather than a heart. Huh. Okay. Another club. And here's the heart, the killing heart return. We still got caught in this uppercut situation, didn't we? We need to find some way out of this, South. What's going on here? Okay, well, it looks like the mouse gets the cheese yet again. Okay, on this 4th variation, let's see if we can make a game. West, it's your lead. The king of diamonds, diamond to the 6 of diamonds. Good. Nicely done by East. Ace of diamonds. And what do we return this time? Okay, we start off with a spade to the king. And East does not cover it. Huh. I compliment you for that, East. In our advanced lesson, we'll talk more about this. At this time, North is not sure what to make of this. The ace did not come out. And now we've got a queen jack 5th opposite a singleton. Maybe we ought to hold off on this suit. It's funny, nobody won the ace, isn't it? Okay, we come with a low heart to our queen. Back to our king of hearts to the ace. Jack of hearts, and this time we pitch a club, since we would have had 2 club losers and a diamond. We're going to try that strategy. And we go with a 7 of diamonds to the opponent's 8. They go bottom of touching sequence. And they play a spade. They get a little bit worried that there's going to be a ruff, so they're going to get that last one off of the board. A club to the ace. The queen of spades to get the last trump out. We forfeit a club, and we can claim, hey, we finally made our 10 tricks here. All right. Well, in our advanced lesson, for those of you who have BridgeHands Premium and Ultra members, we'll talk a little bit about swindles. So I hope you enjoyed the sessions today. We covered a lot of things, I think, at this time. Hopefully most of you are getting very comfortable with negative doubles. If takeouts and negatives are new to you, there will be probably a couple times you'll get a little bit confused between the two of them. But start off with your takeout doubles and learn some of the basics on negative doubles. And before you know it, you'll be up there winning bridge with the best of them. So thanks for coming. I hope you had a good week. And for our advanced members, please look for part 3, where we'll talk about some more advanced techniques. Okay, see you all. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.